Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. Big game weekend, Sunday, London, Craven Cottage, Fulham v Manchester City. After this week's madness, Arsenal at home, great result at the Etihad for the lads. We've got to go straight back into it this weekend. Tough place to go, Craven Cottage. Really tight, narrow ground. Marco Silva's had them playing really well recently. Great season for Fulham after just coming straight back up. And we've got to go there in the form that we're in. Not change the team too much, in my opinion. Keep the rhythm going and get the game going, and get it won. But just as I was starting this preview, my DMs and my emails went mad with angry Manchester City supporters who are really, really, really pissed off with the way the club have handled the Real Madrid at home ticket sales. I'm fortunate enough to be on the cup scheme, so I never really get involved in buying and reselling the tickets. But I've just had somebody reach out and explain to me that apparently there was no sales criteria today. So you didn't have to have gone to a previous game. Sometimes it'll say tickets are on sale Friday to match day members who have attended 5 games at the Etihad, which for me is fair. You know what I mean? If you've been there before, you've got sales history. You can get a ticket for a big game. It stops the touts or people buying memberships on the morning. It stops a lot of tourists just coming for one game, picking and choosing the important ones. But what I'm looking at online is a meltdown. I believe that City just opened it up to anyone. And there's tickets being posted on resale sites for free, £400. You know, we've got a manager that he likes to get into the fans' heads. And at the minute, the Etihad is a place where it's bouncing. This is the biggest game we've had for years at home, Real Madrid. And I'm not being funny, but you're going to get supporters who haven't got the best interests of the club at heart. And you can call me that all you want, but I've been sent pictures of Bayern Munich fans sat in front of City fans in the East stand, Colin Bell stand. Now, you tell me what benefit they are to us creating an atmosphere, trying to create a melting pot so we can beat Real Madrid. If you've got people sat there, no interest in supporting the team, just basically on a day out, you know, we know they're going to come. We get that. There's a place for you there. But I've had about 8 or 9 loyal, and I mean loyal, Manchester City supporters who I've known for years, who haven't missed games for years, who have been to the Etihad. So they log on today, they get their tickets, no problem. Not today, sold out 45 minutes. You know, you're rewarding points for home games now, not away games. But what's the point of having points for home games if they don't mean anything? You know? I can't have a go at this club because it's a well-run club, but there's people in the ticket office and beyond that make decisions that baffle me. Now, I'm not being funny. It's the biggest game. You've got to give a chance to the real supporters who have previous history to purchase a ticket for this game. These resale sites, if anyone at Manchester City wants any evidence, I'm getting sent hundreds of messages now with resale sites selling the tickets. Where are they coming from? So there needs to be an investigation, City. They do. They have to. And you know, people at City might not like this speaking out, but listen, I'm a fan. And this is my channel for the fans and for the people. And I was just doing a Fulham preview and my phone blew off. You've upset a lot of people, City. You're going to get a lot of heat and a lot of email. We don't need it at the minute. The club's in a great place. The team's in a good place. And the supporters, the harmony is good. But you've upset them now. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't have the manager calling for the fans to turn up, but then the club doing a stupid ticket madness and allowing any man and his dog from any club in the world to buy tickets to the biggest game we've had and just sit there and film the game and just wind everyone up. So, listen, I don't know the ins and outs of it proper. I know there was no sales criteria. I know it's a shit show. Anyone in the comments, leave the comments below. Let me know your experience, what you think should have happened, why it's different to other times you've purchased. And I can only just hope the club moving forward, take everything on board and sort it out, because I've got friends of mine that's been every Champions League game probably last 7-8 years at home with his kids. He's messaged me this morning, Steve, can you get me a ticket? And he explained it, and I'm like, you're joking. Do you know what I mean? I take my son sometimes, and he's only got a match day membership. It's hard work trying to get tickets. But City, man, come on, you're the people's club. Somebody needs to liaise from the club to the supporters to the ticket. There needs to be a conversation had. Do you know what I mean? I ain't got a problem with getting involved in that. If anyone at Manchester City wants to run anything by me and I'll run it by supporters, they can do. But I don't think I should have to. You know what I mean? I think that the club is open and honest. They should, be transparent, and before big games, they should have a meeting with maybe 2 or 3 supporters. You've got a loyalty list. Ring a couple up and ask them. It is what it is. But anyway, that's my ticket rant. And I'm sorry to hear that a lot of people are going to miss out on Real Madrid at home. I'm really sorry to hear that. I am. It's not good, that. It's not good at all. But listen, people, Fulham, after the game we've had, is it going to be tricky? I think so, yeah. I think Fulham have had a great season. They're sort of in no man's land, I think. I think we've got to go there and get the job done. I don't know if he's going to rest anyone. Kevin De Bruyne apparently went off with a couple of niggles. That's not always good. We've got 3 important games coming up. We've got Fulham, West Ham, Leeds. Pep said it in his press conference. If we win them games, we know where we are. The tricky games. It's the business end of the season. These teams don't lie down. They're playing with no fear. We've got to not get burnt. Chelsea got slapped off Brentford at home. Brighton got beat off Forest. United were 2-0 up at Tottenham last night, came back. There's a madness going on. We can't afford a madness. We've got to be straight down the middle. We've got to do what we did against Arsenal. Us away supporters have got to bring it. The team's got to bring it. Maybe Riyad Mahrez might come in for Bernardo Silva. Maybe. Maybe John Stones will go to right back. Akanji back in the centre. Laporte at left back. Maybe. I'm not sure. But, we've got to get the job done now. There's no point in doing what we did in the week against Arsenal if we go and drop a clanger against Fulham. We're on a great run at the minute. I think we're 17 games or something undefeated. We're on a fantastic charge. And that win could have only just boosted the hell out of the team. You could see the players the other night, the way they reacted. Erling Haaland singing John Stones, again, the King of the North, giving it the big one. We love it, man. We love it. And there's a real buzz around this club at the minute, And that song, Something's Happening, it's happening to me. It is. There's something happening to me. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting this vibe, man. And I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm going to Real Madrid next week for a few days, need a bit of sun. I've had a bit of a cold. I've had a bit of an Arsenal cold this week. Do you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm looking forward to Fulham. I'm going to have a drive up tomorrow, I think. I'm going to stay the night in Putney Bridge. I might just watch the game and drive home. I don't know if I'm going to stay Sunday. It's bank holiday Monday, innit? Need to come back, maybe have a day out with the kids or something. But I'm looking forward to the game. I'm looking forward to this new partnership of Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne that seems to be happening. The link-up play. They said Erling couldn't link play up. He doesn't really get involved. He only scores goals. Well, against Arsenal the other night, he was dropping off. He was spinning off. He was going wide, left, right, dropping deep, defending corners. Some player, man. And he's only getting better. He's only getting better. This is what I'm trying to tell people. He's only getting better. I mean, you look at the Fulham team. They've had a good season. I don't want to disrespect Fulham. It's a tough game. But we're Man City at the minute, and we're looking like a machine. We're just looking like we're going through teams like no tomorrow. And I think if somebody has said after an Arsenal win, beating top of the league, you could have Fulham, West Ham, Leeds next 3 before Madrid. I think you're going to take that. I think we're going to take that. And I think if we win these 3 games, Blues, it's going to be a big statement. A big statement. You know, in the title race last year, we drew to West Ham. There's always little slips here and there, but I can't see Arsenal being perfect to the end of the season. The way they played the other night, the way they played against Southampton, West Ham, and Liverpool, they're not. I just don't think they're there. But I think City, yeah, we might draw one here and there, but we're just going to keep on rolling, I think. We're going to keep on rolling. Put your score predictions, Blues, in the comments below. I'd just like to thank everybody that tuned into the live show yesterday with Daps. I think it's nearly at 10,000 views, which is unbelievable. And there's a lot of new followers jumping on my channel because I'm being more consistent. A lot of people came up to me at the ground the other night, was having a chat with me about football and that. And listen, I'm enjoying it at the minute being a City fan. It's good. I'm enjoying coming on these little shows, doing these little previews. I don't want to do too many minutes because I feel like people switch off. This is just a quick preview. You can get a brew, you can get a beer, you can watch it on the bog, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Big Steve's there, ready for your 12, 15-minute preview. What more in life do you want than that? Do you know what I mean? Talking about sharks and shit. What more do you want? The followers are going up. I mentioned it as a bit of tongue-in-cheek that I want to get 100k followers. Now, 100k followers to me would be like winning the lottery. And we're miles off it. We're miles off it. We're miles away. About 16,500 at the minute. But come on. People say, Steve, you're the voice of the fans. Steve, you represent us fans dead well. Well, represent me. Back me, man. Let's back me. Get on my channel, Big Steve MCFC. Follow me, man. Follow me. We're on a journey. You know, I'm here every week. Whether I've got the cold, the COVID, the lurgy, you know what I mean? Whether I've got a beard, whether I've got an afro, I'm here giving you content. I'm fighting for the ticket gang now. You know what I mean? I'll be getting called for that. Do you know what I mean? So I can't win. But listen, people, Fulham on Sunday. Can't wait. We're going for that title. We're going to Real Madrid after that. We're on the march, yeah? And then City go and fuck their tickets up. And everyone's fuming. It's only City. It's only City can do that. Let me tell you that. It's only City can do that. But listen, I don't anticipate any problems at Fulham. I expect us to get the job done. I'm going to go down there. If you see me down there, come and say hello. I hope someone at Manchester City listens to this video. There's people more qualified than me that will tell you what's going on. Leave a comment below about what your experience with the ticket office and what could be made better. But let's not just turn it into a shit show. Try and be constructive. Please hit a like on this. The algorithm's been good to me at the minute. Please hit a like. Please subscribe. Share it into any groups you can. And all I'm going to say is, Man City, the Sharks are out. We're on the tail. Let's go to Fulham at weekend. Get the job done. Come on, City.